Hey, are you looking to move to Gulf Shores, Alabama, but you're not 100% sure if that's the right area for you? Well, today's episode, we're going to give you the pros and the cons about living in Gulf Shores. We all hear about how wonderful the beaches are, but they don't tell you about the things you have to deal with when you live here full time. So today's episode, we're going to tell you everything you want to know, the good and the bad, and everything in between. So let's go check out this video, starting now. To my channel. This channel is dedicated to everything you want to know about Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, and the surrounding areas. My name's Doug Grantham, and I'm with Remax of Orange Beach and the everythingbeach.com team. I've been down here in Gulf Shores selling real estate for almost 20 years. I'm born and raised, grew up here. I know this area like the back of my hand. If you feel like Gulf Shores might be an area for you, and you want to continue to follow these videos, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and ring that bell so you can be notified of future episodes. We're pushing out content every week, and we want you to be notified every video that we put on. I get calls and texts every single day from buyers just like you, looking to move here to Gulf Shores, but not sure where to go, what area, how are the schools, things like that. So if you have questions about Gulf Shores and you think this is the area you want to move to, give me a call today at 251-747-5710. You can call or text me at that number anytime, days, nights, weekends. So let's jump into the pros and cons of Gulf Shores and see what it has to offer. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna talk about pro tip number one, which is gonna be property tax. Alabama is the second lowest property tax state in the country, right behind Hawaii. Yeah, it's second. We're a very low property tax state. So to give you an idea, when you're out shopping or you're out thinking, budgeting for your next purchase, moving down here to Gulf Shores, factor this in. The median sales price in Gulf Shores is $270,000. Now, on that $270,000 value, you're looking at a property tax of $1,052 a year. I didn't stutter, per year. We're the second lowest in the country. So when you're out looking at properties, maybe you're online searching, and you're trying to figure out what your monthly expense is gonna be, factor that in. And if you have questions, we're gonna give you more information. Now, property tax is based on the value, so it's never gonna be the same every year. It could go up and it can go down. It's all based on the appreciation or depreciation of your property. So every year, the Baldwin County Appraisal Department goes through and values your property, and then that's what kind of bases what your property tax for that year is going to be. Now, our property tax run in arrears, so you pay from the previous year of October 1st to the current year of September 30th. And that's how they factor in your property tax. Moving on to the next pro that we have. There's not a lot of schools to choose from here in Gulf Shores. Gulf Shores is a very, very small area. We're only looking at less than 15,000 population currently right now. 10 years ago, we were less than 10,000. So you can see the growth. And trust me, Gulf Shores knows the growth, and they're preparing for it. So right now we only have one public school, one city school in Gulf Shores, and that's Gulf Shores Elementary, Gulf Shores Middle, and Gulf Shores High School. We do also have a private school, South Baldwin Christian Academy. If you're looking for a smaller setting, not big classrooms, things like that, South Baldwin Christian Academy might be a good option for you. Now, when you get into the college years and you're looking at community colleges versus four-year colleges, we do have a community college here called Coastal Alabama. Actually, we just found out that Gulf Shores City Schools just ranked top 10 in the state of Alabama according to Alabama Department of Education. So a lot of people from around the country are moving to Gulf Shores, and we've had a lot of good reviews from parents moving from different states to Gulf Shores. Sports programs are big in the South, of course, as we all know. In Gulf Shores, their athletic department is really kind of taken off. We've got a lot of good things happening. One thing that just announced or just broke ground on is the new Gulf Shores High School, which is located on Coastal Gateway Boulevard and Foley Beach Express. It's off the island where the current location is on the island. Gulf Shores is really taking off with their academics. Gulf Shores has a lot to offer as far as not just the beaches and all the things to do outside, but the schools are ranked up there just as well. All right, next pro that we're gonna go over is the weather. Everybody loves the weather here in Gulf Shores, and a lot of people move here for the weather. So the weather, it can be unpredictable. We can predict the weather pretty much like we can predict the upcoming election. Yes, I said that. But we're looking at an average temperature of 61 degrees year round. But I will tell you the best seasons are the spring and the fall, where you're gonna get comfortable 60, 70, low 80-degree weather, very little rain, very perfect for getting out on the boat, going to the beach even, and just enjoying the outside. You're gonna spend a lot of time outside down here in Gulf Shores. When you come to Gulf Shores, you're gonna be spending a lot of time outside, whether it's at your house or at the beach or doing other activities. But the weather here in Gulf Shores is perfect. It helps with not only your health physically, but mental health as well. I mean, it keeps you focused, it keeps you happy. Sunshine does something to you, gives you that vitamin C in you. If you're looking for the best climate, the best weather, check out Gulf Shores. All right, moving on to the next pro that we're gonna talk about. This one I love is restaurants. We all love to eat. So we have plenty of restaurants here. We got nearly 120 restaurants just in Gulf Shores. And we're talking about anything from seafood, steaks, barbecue, Mexican food, sushi, anything you're looking for, we pretty much have it here. And if you're looking to dine on the beach, we have 8 restaurants just on the beach for beachfront dining. So if you're looking to take the family out, maybe take your spouse out, want to catch a sunset right there on the porch, we have plenty of great dining options on the beach. But if you're looking to get out off the beach and move and check out some different things, move further north, even off the island. There's some great restaurants around the Pelican Place, Target area. But if you're looking to get some seafood, some fresh Gulf seafood, we have plenty of fisheries down in Bon Secours that you can go and pick up fresh seafood. Plenty of options when it comes to food here in Gulf Shores, so don't miss it. Check out this video, check out my website, everythingbeach.com, to get some more recommendations on where to eat. Hey, and stay tuned to this channel because we're gonna go take you on a tour of the restaurants in Gulf Shores, give you an idea of what they have to offer. So make sure you click that subscribe button and that bell so you can be notified when we launch that video. All right, moving on to our next pro that we're gonna talk about, and that's outdoor activities. Like I said earlier in the video, you spend a lot of time outside. So you're not always gonna be cooped up in the house, staying at the house. So if you want to get out, there's plenty of things to do for everyone in your family. So starting off with going to the beach. Everybody knows you go to the beach. We'll touch on that topic in the next pro. But we're going to talk about water activities. You can go kayaking, paddleboarding, fishing, jet skiing, parasailing, plenty of things to do on the water. But if you're thinking about getting off the water, what is there to do? We have some really world-class golf courses around here. So if you're a golfer and you want to get out there and just play 9 or 18 holes, we got plenty of options for that as well. And if you're looking for those festivals, Gulf Shores is a perfect spot for festivals. We have festivals year round because the weather is so nice and everybody wants to get outside. So if you're looking to do something, we start off the year usually with a good fireworks show for New Year's, and then we go into Mardi Gras. We have some of the best Mardi Gras parades here. It's a 3 to 4, 5 day event where just different areas around the county get together and have Mardi Gras parades. So if you're looking to catch a day or a night Mardi Gras, we got plenty of those. And then you lead into Fat Tuesday, where they have Gulf Shores Orange Beach has theirs down at the beach. So a lot of stuff. And that really kicks off the season. Then we roll right into St. Patrick's Day, where they do a pub crawl on St. Patty's Day. A lot of people, friends and family, get together, drink some of that green beer, and just have a good time and get to know people and just, have a fun day. Then you roll into the spring, where there's plenty of car festivals, boat shows, Ballyhoo Festival, arts and craft festivals, things like that. So always something going on. Then you roll into the summer, of course, and there's always something to do in the summer. So if you're looking for a best place for festivals, you can't beat Gulf Shores. But the biggest one that we're known for is the National Shrimp Festival, of course. And this year it's going to be the 50th year of the National Shrimp Festival. It's right down at the end of Highway 59 and Beach Boulevard. They shut it down for 4 days. It's got music, food, arts and crafts, shopping, all kinds of stuff. Tons and tons of people come to Gulf Shores just for that. And it really kind of ends our season as far as the last little hoorah until we go into the winter time and get ready for the holidays. So I'm telling you guys, I've lived here my whole life, and the festivals, there is not anywhere you want to be. These are some of the best places to get out, get into this warm weather, have a good time with your friends and family, and just enjoy living in the South. If you want to go hiking, we have a state park, which is about 6,500 acres. 6,500 acres of state park land in Gulf Shores, between Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. And they have 7.5 miles of trails that you can walk, bike, skateboard, do whatever you want, go sightseeing, bird watching. Be careful for those snakes and alligators because you are in some swampy areas, but I'm telling you, if you want to get out there and just exercise, but also be one with the nature, I'm telling you, that state park, they have a lot to offer. Plus that pier and that fishing pier that they have that reaches out over the Gulf, you can't beat that. But while you're there, you might want to go over to the Perch and have some lunch. Okay, now we're jumping into the final pro that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get into the cons. We're going to talk about the most popular thing down here in Gulf Shores. We're going to talk about the beach. The beach, you got 20 miles of sugar white sand beaches just in Gulf Shores to Fort Morgan. We got 5 different beachfront restaurants, so you can go out there and you can kind of dine, maybe catch a sunset with your spouse, and just take in the atmosphere, the great weather, just kind of get out and just enjoy the cuisines and things like that. So a lot of things to do on the beach. Gulf Shores recently, over the last 5-6 years, redid the Gulf Place, which is where the hangout area is, right there at the T at 59 and Beach Road. And so they revamped a lot of that. You got more parking, you got more activities, you got a lot more room for festivals. When they have the Hangout Festival, the Shrimp Festival, plus your different other festivals as far as Beer Fest and Oyster Cook-Offs and things like that. So a lot of activity there. Plus one thing that the Gulf Shores did was give you more beach access, public beach access along East Beach and West Beach Boulevard. So you got several different areas, I think 8 different public beach access areas, so that you're not parking in condominium parking lots or across the street. You do have great access there. One thing that they did for the locals is made your own private local public beach access, which is right there on East Beach Boulevard within a few hundred yards of the hangout. And you get a decal every year that gives you access to that area, and it's got great restrooms and it's got great access to the beach right there next to the Pink Pony Pub in that area. So Gulf Shores is really kind of course we are known for the beaches, and they don't forget about that, but they also focus on other things in the area as well. So if you're looking for the best beach within a good driving distance of everywhere, come check out Gulf Shores beaches. All right, so we're going to talk about the cons now in Gulf Shores. So these are things that you have to deal with if you're deciding to live here in Gulf Shores. Now, a lot of things that people don't tell you about, so that's why we're jumping on here and letting you know what to think about before moving to Gulf Shores or thinking about it. This may not be the area for you, but we want to let you know and let you make that decision. So number one, we're going to talk about airports. We don't have airports close by. We have one private airport, Jack Edwards Airport, locally, but it's not commercial. It's not international airport. There's no commercial flights. It's all private flights coming out of. So if you want to travel, maybe go see family in a different area or just take a vacation somewhere, you're gonna have to drive a little bit. So you're gonna have to drive either to Pensacola, which is about 45 minutes to an hour, or you're gonna have to drive to West Mobile, which is a little over an hour to get to. So if you're thinking about traveling and you're trying to make those plans and you really need to get closer to an airport, Gulf Shores probably isn't the best place for you. Now, I do say that to let you know this, that Jack Edwards Airport that I was talking about, they are working on turning that into a commercial airport. So in the next couple years, I think it's summer of 2024, we hope to have some commercial flights going out to limited destinations. Not everywhere you want to go, but limited destinations around the southeast and maybe a few more outside of that. All right, moving on to the next con that we have about living here in Gulf Shores. And this is a very important one when you're trying to make that decision as well. We did talk about property taxes that affect your overall monthly budget, but we're going to talk about insurance. Insurance fluctuates. So we do have low property tax, but we have higher insurance than probably somewhere you're coming from. But just to give you an idea what insurance is like. Now, insurance is affected not just on hurricane storms, floods, things like that happen in Gulf Shores or the Gulf Shores area. It can take an effect down in Florida, over in Texas, Louisiana, and those hurricanes, damage and things like that to those areas could ultimately affect your insurance costs whether your carrier is going to renew you or increase that cost the next year. So those are things that we have to definitely factor in, especially you if you're thinking about what your budget's going to be on a monthly basis. So just to give you an idea, we have a lot of different construction going on right now. So we do have the new fortified construction. Maybe you know about it. Maybe you're aware of that fortified construction, which brings your cost down. So just to give you an idea on the numbers that we're talking about, you're looking at about $5,200 per year for your insurance costs. And that's without fortified. Now, if you focus on a new construction that's offering fortified roofs, things like that, and they give you that certificate when you close on the property, then you're looking at about half that, just over $2,500 for insurance costs. You're talking about, $200 roughly per month that it can save looking at new construction with fortified roofs versus not. So when you're thinking about purchasing down here, I think you definitely want to look at new construction to get that cost down. So when you escrow your escrow amounts into your payment each month, then it kind of fits within your budget. So if you want information about new construction in this area, give me a call or text me today and we can get you that out right away. Okay, that takes us to our next con that we're going to talk about. Mosquitoes. Hey, can't do anything about the mosquitoes. We got mosquitoes down here. We have snakes down here. I mean, water moccasins, rattlesnakes, things like that. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, you're living in the South, you live close to water. There's a lot of things out here, but you just deal with mosquitoes. I mean, it is, it's one of those things that we just deal with. You can try to prevent them, do the preventative maintenance around your house, around your property, try to do what you can to offset them, but it's just one of those things that we have to deal with. Now, could be a lot worse. You could be down in South Florida and dealing with crocodiles in your backyard. You're not gonna get that kind of stuff here, but it's just one of the things that's locals we have to deal with, and we just take it, and maybe one day, the breeze will pick up, maybe they'll push them out a little bit, but we do get a lot of rain here, so staying in water is gonna, cause mosquitoes to come out. But like I said, as long as you have a screened-in patio, do some preventative maintenance around your house to try to prevent what you can, then you're not really gonna be too bothered. But it's just one of the things you have to deal with. All right, moving to the next con that we're gonna talk about living here in Gulf Shores, is one that really, really frustrates me, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Traffic. Traffic can be brutal sometimes down here. Now, summertime, of course, you're gonna get more traffic than you will in the wintertime, but even wintertime can get pretty packed out on the roads around here. So trying to plan your day, where you're gonna go, what time of day you're gonna go is definitely something you need to consider for sure. When you're heading south and you're heading to the beach, there's only two ways on and off the island between Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, and that's at the Foley Beach Express toll bridge going over the intercoastal there at the wharf, and then of course the bridge in Gulf Shores on 59 heading over on the island in Gulf Shores. So traffic's just something we have to deal with. Now, coming off the island and you're moving through some of the traffic backups, there are some back roads that you can hit that us locals or secret little Batman routes that we kind of consider when we go traveling through, trying to get somewhere north, south, east, or west. There's some back roads, some county roads that you can jump on to maybe bypass some of that heavy traffic. Traffic is definitely frustrating, especially when you're heading to the beach and things like that. Now, as a local here, during the summertime, people are coming in on Fridays and Saturdays and usually leaving on Saturday morning, Sunday morning. So if you're looking to get to the island Friday and Saturday, you might want to leave in the morning, try to beat some of that traffic coming in the afternoon. And then if you're trying to get back off the island, you might want to get up pretty early or wait a little while till maybe after lunch for the traffic heading north out of town to get through and things like that. But traffic can be a little brutal. I know there's been some talks about another bridge in Gulf Shores. That's kind of on a standstill right now, but hopefully we'll get some positive news moving forward in the year. But traffic is very frustrating to me, and a lot of people around here. So it's just one of the things you deal with. And then whenever it gets into the off season, it lightens up a little bit, but then you move right into the winter where you get some snowbirds that are going 20 miles an hour down 59. It can be very, very frustrating. That's probably why I don't have any hair, not sure. Anyway, but it's definitely something you're gonna have to deal with if you want to live here in Gulf Shores. So, all right, the final con that we're gonna talk about, which is probably the most important one that maybe consider, that you're going to consider moving down here to Gulf Shores is hurricanes. Hurricane season starts January 1 and it seems like it's running all the way to December 31st, but it's actually November 1st, but we've seen some storms into November. But storms is what we have to deal with. That's the price you pay to live in paradise. So I lived here my whole life, like I said earlier in the video, and I've been through a lot of hurricanes. But I will tell you one thing about hurricanes. I'd rather deal with a hurricane than deal with a tornado. I can tell you that, because you can plan for a hurricane, tornado can be beautiful outside, and then within 15 minutes it can take out a whole town. So I'd rather deal with a hurricane. And here in Gulf Shores, Orange Beach area, we've been pretty lucky with hurricanes. The last hurricane we had was in 2020, Hurricane Sally, which did a lot of damage. I'm not gonna lie, it did a lot of county-wide damage, did a lot of debris, a lot of roof damage, things like that. But it was only moving at 2 miles an hour. So it was a slow-moving storm that saturated our ground and then started uprooting trees and things like that. So we had a lot of damage. But previously to that, we had Hurricane Ivan in 2004. And the crazy thing was that Hurricane Sally hit us in 2020, was 16 years to the day that Hurricane Ivan hit us in 2004. Now, Hurricane Ivan was a bigger storm, category 4, close to a 5, was moving at around 12, 14 miles an hour. So it did more coastal damage to condos and surge than Sally did countywide. So Hurricane Ivan came through, did a lot of damage to the island, to the beach, but really didn't do a lot of inland damage. So we kind of lucked out on that. But hurricanes, we're in the South, we're in a coastal area, so we got to deal with those every once in a while. Could be a lot worse. You could be stuck on an island where you can't get off. At least you can drive north, east, or west and get out of the, eye of the storm or out of the path of the storm and bunker down for a few days and then come back and assess the damage, if any. But hey, that's the price like I said, price to pay that you pay to live in paradise. Everybody in the country has something you have to deal with. So why not come and enjoy the weather for the most part and deal with a storm every once in a while and go from there. Hey, that wraps up our pros and cons. The bonus tip that I wanted to give you is if you are thinking about moving to Gulf Shores and you want more information, give me a call today. Give me a call so I can help you. I love helping people find their perfect property. I love to interact with people, and I have a team of agents and transaction coordinators, title companies, lenders, everybody you need to make the best decision. Make sure that this is the property for you, this is the place for you, and we just welcome you with open arms from one local to potential future local. Love to see you in Gulf Shores. So give me a call today at 251-747-5710. Love to hear from you. You can call, text, or email me anytime, days, nights, weekends. I always answer my phone. So love to hear from you, love to help you out, and hope you have a great rest of your time.